السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله ثم الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى أهله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. الحمد لله. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for another beautiful opportunity to be here tonight. We ask him to accept. Moving on to another new topic, which is class 107, المصدر المؤول. المصدر المؤول meaning the returning verbal noun. The returning verbal noun. So follow along. So note, what is masdar mu'awwal? So by definition, it is literally called the returning masdar. Why? Since it can be returned verbal noun, it can be changed, it can be returned from the masdar that it is to masdar al-sarih. To masdar al-sarih. So how is this masdar formed? Because it is not an explicit masdar. So it is formed by the combination of some infinitive particles, meaning hurufun masdariyya, with a nominal sentence, yani jumlatun ismiyatu, or verbal sentence jumlatu fi'liyya, depending on the sentence structure. So the combination of this huruf masdariyya plus jumla ismiyya or plus jumla. Another point. So example of the masdar particles, meaning the huruf masdariyya that we said that is used and their sentence structures. So the first among them is anna plus jumla to ismiyya, jumla fi'liyya or jumla ismiyya. So the first thing is if you have anna plus jumla ismiyya, which we are talking, we meant by that is that anna plus ismu anna and khabaru anna. So this ismu anna and khabaru anna is jumla to ismiyya. So plus anna, they will give us masdar mu'awwal, in a returning verbal noun. So example is yasurruni annaka sa'imun. Yasurruni annaka sa'imun. It makes me happy that you are fasting. It makes me happy that you are fasting. I hope you get. So this whole expression, this anna, ismu anna plus khabaru anna, they are the masdar mu'awwal, the returning verbal noun. So another type of masdar mu'awwal is that we should have an plus an al-masdariyya plus fi'l, meaning jumla to fi'liyya coming after it. An al-masdariyya plus jumla to fi'liyya coming after it. So example should an example of that is that we should have yasurruni tasuma. So this is an masdariyya plus a jumla to fi'liyya coming after it. So what's the meaning? So this combination gives us masdar mu'awwal. Yasurruni an tasuma means what? It makes me happy that you are fasting. I hope you get. So moving on. Another type is we have an masdariyya again plus jumla to fi'liyya, but in this context, so we have yasurruni an sumta. It's still jumla to fi'liyya, but this is more like jumla to fi'liyya. This is fi'l mudari, fi'l madi, but both of them are jumla to fi'liyya. I hope you get. So yasurruni an sumta. It makes me happy that you fasted. You can see because this is jumla. This is fi'l madi. That's why it's fasted. Yasurruni an sumta. It makes me happy that you fasted. So another example is, or a common example that people do use is uridu an akula. Uridu an akula. I want to eat. Both of them gives us masdar mu'awwal. Get. So moving on. Then lastly we have ma al-masdariyya plus fi'l mudari actually, plus jumla to fi'liyya. So we have yasurruni ma tasumu. So it's not ma mausula or ma nafiya, no, but in this context this is ma al-masdariyya. So what does it mean? It makes me happy that So those are examples that we brought. So actually there are other masdar particles, meaning huruf masdariya, that combine with verbs also. So they include kay, law, then hamza to taswiya. So these three also, and some other ones. So they can give us their combination with verb will give us a masdar muawwal also. I hope we are following. Now, so masdar muawwal, again, despite not being a single word, meaning masdar muawwal is the combination of a huruf masdariya plus either jumla to fi'liya coming after it or jumla to ismiya coming after it. That's not one word. Those can be two words. So despite not being a single word, they can still perform virtually all functions of single noun in sentences, meaning they can perform virtually all functions that a single noun can perform in sentences. That is, masdar muawwal can act as fa'il, it can act as maf'ul bihi, it can act as mubtada, it can act as khabar, it can act as naibul fa'il, majrur, like that. I hope you get. So the same way a single noun does that, or how explicit masdar does that. I hope you get. So see example here. Yasuruni sa'imun. Yasuruni annaka sa'imun. It makes me happy that you are fasting. So this annaka sa'imun actually is acting as a fi'l, because when we have fi'l, we have to have the fa'il. So it's acting as the fa'il in this context. So yasuruni annaka sa'imun, this whole masdar muawwal is acting as the fa'il. Uridu an akula, I want to eat. So antasumu khayrun lakum. Antasumu khayrun lakum. This masdar muawwal in this sentence, it is acting like a mubtada, because you can see it's starting the fi kulli halin. Piety is that you should be truthful in every state, like you should be truthful all the time. So this antasduko, it is acting as khobar, because it is masdar muawwal, it is acting as khobar. I hope you get. So laysa al-birra an tuwallu wujuhakum. Nasikh, when we have this laysa is part of kana wa khawatwa, and ismu nasikh is we take rough, this is khabaru laysa is taking rough nasbu already. So this antuwal is the ismu nasikh, so this is ismu laysa. I hope you get. So you can see one can perform many actions. Another example, laysa al-birru, this is not birru, laysa al-birru an tuwallu wujuhakum. So in this context again, this an tuwallu is performing as khabaru nasikh. I hope you get. Dhunna anna al-matara nazilun. Dhunna anna al-matara nazilun. It was thought that rain was falling. It was thought that rain is falling. So you can see here that this anna al-matara the naibul fa'il. So it is acting as naibul in that context. Wathiqtu bi anna Zaidan salihun. I trust that Zaid is pious. So bi anna Zaidan salihun. This whole expression is masdar muawwal, and it is performing as ismu majrur because it is coming after bi. You can see various action performance that the masdar has done. So lastly we have anfiqu mimma kunakum min qabli an ya'tiya yawmun. So what do you want to look at here? Min qabli an ya'tiya, mudaf ilay majrur, So most times masdar muawwal will be mudaf ilay to his zarf. So so you can see this is zarf qabli. It is coming as mudaf ilay to it, and it is masdar muawwal also. Hope you get. Now, so another point 4 to note. So most times, not all the time, mental verbs, meaning af'alul qulub, verbs that you can only perceive in your mind. You can't see them physically, or you can't touch them physically, or it can't be done physically. So their derivatives do precede masdar muawwal, meaning that when you see them, masdar muawwal comes after them. Masdar muawwal comes after them, like ahabba, he loved, sarra, it pleases, alama, it's hurts, ahzana, sorry, this is meant to be ahzana, it's made him sad, kariha, he disliked, dhanna, he thought, alima, he knew, wajada, he found, amana, he believed, wathiqa bi, he trusts in something. I hope you get. So all these things, whenever they come, masdar muawwal usually come after them. A good example will be this sarro, when we are saying yasuruni anna something, or yu'limuni zaidan kaslana, anna zaidan kaslanu, it hurts me that Zaid is a lazy person. You can see. So all of them, whenever they come, masdar muawwal comes after. Another thing, conversion to masdar, like we said that the masdar muawwal is called what? The returning verbal noun, isn't it? The returning verbal noun. So we can actually convert it back. You can return it back to a masdar, to an explicit masdar. So how is that done? So no matter the position the masdar muawwal occupies in a sentence, no matter imma it is in the final shape or in its final state, is representing the khabar, is representing the khabar laysa, or anything. So it can be conveniently substituted with the masdar actually. So no matter the position it is taken, it can be substituted with a masdar. So how is that done? So first, so for anna and its ma'amulani, meaning it's two operative, ismu anna and khabaru anna. Khabaru anna will be placed as the mudaf to ismu anna. So when we will see, so why the khabar and anna will be erased. Okay, to buttress our point. So we said that for anna and its ma'mulan, this is anna, this is its ma'mulan, ismu anna and khabaru anna. Now to convert them to masdar what do? We take the masdar of the khabaru anna, we use it as mudaf to the ismu anna, then we raise anna and the khabar anna that we had before. So this yasuruni anna zaidan sa'imun can be converted to, or can be returned, because masdar muawwal can be returned to be that sa'im. What's the masdar of sa'im? Sawm, because it comes from sawma yasum, so sawmun. I hope you get. So it's now used as mudaf to ismu anna. This is ismu anna here. So we have sawmu zaidin. We now remove anna and sa'imun. So this we have here. It will become yasuruni sawmu zaidin. You can see. So yasuruni anna zaidan sa'imun. It makes me happy that Zaid is fasting. It will now become what? Yasuruni sawmu zaidin. It makes me happy the fast of Zaid, or the fast of Zaid makes me happy. They are more like the same thing in meaning. I hope you get. Now, moving on. Zunna anna al-matara nazilun. It was thought that rain is falling. So how do we convert it? This khabaru anna, which is nazil, that comes from nazala, yanzilu, nuzulun. Abi? Aha. Mudaf to ismu anna. So we have nuzulul matari, then we remove the anna and nazil. So we have dhunna nuzulul matari. So it was thought that rain is falling, becomes what? Dhunna nuzulul matari. The falling of rain was thought. I hope you get more like the same thing in meaning. Now, وثقت بأن زيدا صالح. I trust Zaid to be a pious person. Okay, now I want to return it to Masdar Sari. How do we do? Salihun, the Masdar Sari of Salihun is Salahun, because it is Salaha. Yasluhun, Salahun. I hope you get. So we now make it mudaf. So we have Wathikutu bi Salahi Zaidin. I trust the piousness of Zaid. I hope you are following. I trust the piousness of Zaid. Aha. So as for an and other huruf masdariya, we have an, we have ma, either k, law that we highlighted there. So for an and the other ones, the particles together with their verbs will be substituted with the Madar Sari. You get? So and so examples we have here, antasumu khairul lakum. So this and the verb, we said an plus fin. So and this verb will be substituted with the Masdar Sari entirely. So anta in meaning, they are the same thing in meaning. So another example, yasuruni an tasuma. Yasuruni an tasuma. It makes me happy that you will fast. Becomes what? Yasuruni sawmuka. Makes me happy. I hope you understand. Now, so another one, yasuruni ma tasumu. We said the huruf masdariya plus the fi'l, they will be substituted entirely with the masdar sorry. So yasuruni ma tasumu, it makes me happy that you are fasting, becomes what? Yasuruni sawmuka. Your fasting makes becomes what? Yasuruni sawmuka. Your fasting makes me happy. I hope you get. Now, so lastly we have Masdar Muawwal helps denote the time an action is being performed, unlike Masdar Sari, which only denotes the performance of the performance. We've said it before. Masdar Sari, we only tell you, if I say Jalasa, or okay, here we have Yasuruni sawmuka. Your fasting makes me happy. Okay, but this statement remains ambiguous with respect to time, except there is an indication. So normally, Masdar Sari will only tell us the performance of the action without telling us the time, because the fasting we are talking about here can either be in the past, present, or future. You are not telling us. That's Masdar Sari for you. But the usage of Masdar Muawwal can help solve this puzzle. So the time of fasting can be known. Combination of the Masdar Muawwal. So you can see now we have yasuruni and sumta. This means it pleases me that, or it makes me happy that you fasted. This is past already, we know, because the choice of the particle and verb combination will tell us. This is Masdar Muawwal for you. Yasuruni ma tasumu. It makes me see present. And lastly, yasuruni and tasuma. It makes me happy that you will fast. You can see this is future. So that is Masdar Muawwal for you. So other information will be given in the advanced class, inshallah. So this is where we are going to stop the class on Masdar Muawwal, the returning verbal noun. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this knowledge. So let's endeavor to kindly share and like the videos. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to all of us the reward. Ameen. Subhanakallah wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.